What's going on, friends and family? Welcome back to My Thoughts Uncut. I'm your host, Terrence Manning. We're going to talk about how four people overnight got shot at a bar in Chicago, but Mr. Brandon Johnson claims that Chicago is safe. So we're going to expose the lies that he tells, and we're going to show you what happened in this bar. Let's take a look right now.
Now to some breaking news from Chicago's near north side. This is a live look from Division and Dearborn. Police working the scene there told our nonstop news crew that a total of 4 people were shot. 3 of them were taken by ambulances to local hospitals, and a 4th took themselves to the hospital. Witnesses we spoke to say the sound of those shots woke them up.
Sleeping in an Airbnb just a little while ago, and we heard just gunshots from St. Louis, and I've heard gunshots before, but this sounded a lot more powerful.
This man said he was at an Airbnb and he woke up because of the gunshots. You can't even go on vacation. I'm assuming he was on vacation because he said he was at an Airbnb. You can't even go to an Airbnb and feel safe. This is why the crime in Chicago needs to stop. There are tourists there, there are innocent people there. If you want the economy to boom in Chicago, crime needs to stop.
Police say all 4 victims were described as being awake and talking when they were taken from the scene. Well, this morning we have new information about a possible task force.
And then now we're going to go to another news. Actually, they're going to talk about the task force. We're going to stay on that because these people think that Chicago is safe and they don't need Trump's help. Let's take a look.
That would look into the conduct of federal law enforcement in Chicago. And it's a story that you'll only see right here on CBS News Chicago. It comes as a judge just ordered ICE agents to start wearing body cameras. Asal Razai is live for us this morning on the story. Asal, good morning.
Yeah, Jackie, good morning to you. This request from Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth is directly to the Departments of Justice and Homeland Security, and she's hoping to make this all happen in 2 weeks. In a letter she shared exclusively with CBS News Chicago, Duckworth wrote to the Inspectors General of the DOJ and DHS and says, in part, quote, "The people of Chicago and the United States deserve transparency and accountability when federal officers operate in their neighborhoods. A joint effort by your offices, I should say, will help ensure."
So, what's going on with these people in Chicago and Illinois? Why are they going after the people who are trying to prevent crime instead of the people that are committing the crime? You hear all the time what's going on in Chicago about the violence on broad daylight. When you start committing crimes like this in broad daylight, you have a serious crime issue. And these lawmakers, these governors, these congressmen and women, they're focused on going after law enforcement. It blows my mind. I don't understand it. They're not for the people. They're for the criminals. They're for the illegal immigrants that are here. We're going to go to another video where it shows more details about what happened with these people that got shot at a bar. Can't even go to a bar anymore.
Yeah, Samantha and Val, Alderman Brian Hopkins tells me this morning the shooting allegedly stemmed from a fight at a nearby bar. Dozens of gunshots were fired right by the intersection of Division and Dearborn here in the city's Gold Coast neighborhood. And now the alderman says he's taking action following the overnight violence.
So you got people at a bar drinking at a bar, and clearly they have firearms on them. They have their guns on them. They get into an argument, and the first thing they decided to do was shoot each other. Now, I don't know who shot first, but hey, shots were fired. We need to get people like this off the streets.
Chaos in Gold Coast.
Did you hear that?
22 West Division, 4 people shot.
Taking action following
Jeez.
the overnight violence. Chaos in Gold Coast.
22 West Division, 4 people shot.
As more than 30 gunshots ring out near the busy late-night intersection of Dearborn and Division overnight. Investigators say 4 people, ranging in age from 22 to 60, were hit in the gunfire fired from nearby cars.
More than, how many?
All of the
Hold
victims
on.
of Dearborn and Division overnight. Investigators say 4 people, ranging in Chaos in Gold Coast
22 West Division, 4 people shot.
as more than 30 gunshots ring.
More than 30 gunshots. Oh my gosh. I'm shocked more people didn't get hit. That only 4 and you shot 30. I'm very surprised that more people there was more injuries or casualties. This is
Out
outrageous.
near the busy late-night intersection of Dearborn and Division overnight. Investigators say 4 people, ranging in age from 22 to 60, were hit in the gunfire fired from nearby cars. All of the victims are expected to be okay, but the brazen violence springing neighbors out of bed.
We hear gunfire in this neighborhood frequently, mostly people leaving bars, fighting with each other.
There's a
Well, if that's the case, why don't they have law enforcement at these bars? They should have security located at these bars. If it's pretty much the same bars, why aren't they having it more secured? This gentleman said it's frequent that they hear this. So how are these congressmen and governors and mayors saying that violence isn't bad in Chicago and it's actually crime is down and violent crime is down? Where this man just stated this is a normal occurrence.
Real problem happening here on Division Street.
Second Ward Alderman Brian Hopkins says
boy.
2 of the victims shot are security guards who were working at the time for a nearby bar. Hopkins says the shooting stemmed from fights that allegedly broke out last night at Gold Coast Social, a nearby nightclub. He says this isn't the first time problems have erupted there, prompting him to now take action.
I have requested a summary closure. I've already been in touch with Superintendent Snelling's office to let him know that this written request would be forthcoming.
We reached out to Gold Coast Social for comment, but have not heard back.
Well, if you will continuously have incidents and crime and fights and shootings at this bar, maybe you should put a lot more security and cops around there. 2 security guys, people got shot. Condolences to those security guards. They said that they were still alive from what I heard, but getting shot is no joke. I don't understand. I just don't understand, people. I don't understand. Like, why aren't more people in Chicago going to the mayor and saying these things? He has all these press conferences, but I don't see the people of Chicago attending these things. And I know that you guys work, but something has to happen. I know Chicago Gold Flips Red is doing the best that they can too.
Hopkins also says at least one of the people shot last night, a woman, may have been caught up in some sort of fight at the bar, though this morning it's still unclear what fueled these alleged fights in the first place. He says police officers were already on scene before, given the busy night, and saw 2 cars without license plates circling the block before shots were fired.
We had over 30 Chicago police officers on the street at the time of the shooting. It just shows how blatant and bold these criminals are, that they'll open fire with an automatic rifle in the presence of over 30 police officers. That didn't seem to intimidate them at all.
Now back here live in the Gold Coast neighborhood, Alderman Hopkins also tells me that surveillance cameras from nearby businesses actually captured that shooting. We're told detectives now have that footage, but so far no arrests have been made. Yeah, Samantha and Val.
So no arrests have been made. You had 30 officers around the area, and this still transpired. Now I'll tell you this: people know when there's officers around, especially if there's 30. For them to do this, they just disregarded these officers. Why? Because they know if they do get caught, they'll be out in the streets again and again and again. Because of the politics in Chicago, because of the mayor and the governor in Chicago, we need a change. I hope you guys like this. Please subscribe, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, share this video, and I will see you next time. Peace.